Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads, Fulani Herdsmen again attack Southwest resident flees, says they are greatly empowered. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so as to get a notification anytime we publish videos on our channel. All right, let's look at the news in detail. After the killing of a farmer, one Vincent AJ, on his farm by suspected headsmen in Arimojiwa community in Ose local government area of Ondo State, residents of the communities have started fleeing their homes following another killing of 3 villagers. With fear already pervading the atmosphere of the community, the residents lamented that some suspected headsmen had been attacking them on their farms. According to them, 3 persons had already been killed in the attack during the week, as they emphasized that nothing had been done by the authorities to checkmate the criminal activities of the bandit. The villagers also alleged that a helicopter was sighted in the community forest, where they said some of the residents saw it dropping ammunition for the suspected headsmen camped in the bush. They maintained that the development was reported at the police station, but no action was taken by the security agencies on the matter. Recall that it has already been reported that a farmer in the community, one Vincent Eje, who went missing for almost a month, was discovered buried in a shallow grave on a farm in the community. One of the residents of the town, who craved anonymity, disclosed that the entire community had been living in fear, saying that some of the residents had begun to relocate from the community following the persistent attack by the headmen. The Fulani herdsmen have killed 3 persons in this community in just 1 week. They killed a rice farmer, one Jacob Odushe, and his son Adura this week. They killed another boy, Victor AJ. The boy's corpse was found in the bush after a week that he was declared missing. The cut on his body showed that he was killed by the bandits. Again, a few days ago, a helicopter was sighted in our community, and we later found out that the helicopter brought some arms and ammunition into the bush for the headsmen to continue in the attack against us. We want to appeal to the state government to come to our aid. We need serious presence of security agencies in this community, and we do not want to take laws into our hands. Reacting to the development, the senior special assistant to the governor, Oluwa, wrote to me, Akeredolu, on security matter. Alhaji Jimoh Dojumo confirmed the killings in the community, but said the governor had sent some security agents to maintain law and order. According to him, he said, I have been there with some people. The people were so bitter about the man and his son that were killed. As they saw us, they started protesting, but I was able to calm them down. They were apprehensive of the fact that they said they saw a particular helicopter that came to the bush, and they were suspecting that the helicopter brought some Fulanis to the place to come and attack them, probably at night. But Mr. Governor had sent some soldiers there. As I am talking to you, soldiers were patrolling the community. When contacted, the police public relations officer, Mr. T. Leo Ikoro, was unable to comment on the matter, as he said he was at a meeting when a call was put across to him and did not respond to the text sent to him. All right, that's the news. And this happening in the midst of the current health pandemic in the whole world. It's really a troubling one for Nigeria, because right now there's a lot in the hands of Nigeria to handle, the federal government to handle, and this is as a result of how slow the government had been, especially the Southwest government had been in, passing into law the case that is passing into law the security outlet, that security outfit of the region. Don't forget that they were the first to start. Amotekun was the name of the outlet, and some of them had already passed it into law. But I think on those states, I think they had passed their own into law. But then recruitment was ongoing before this pandemic showed up, and this pandemic has halted a lot of things. One of the things that Nigerians were so scared of when this pandemic showed up was the fact that the Fulani Herdmen and some of those who are Boko boys, who I mean by Boko boys, that they may use this opportunity to invade some of the communities, owing to the fact that right now the issue of security, people have really relented in the issue of security. Don't forget that that was one of the issues that the IGP brought up. Adamu Mohammed came up with, that right now that there's going to be a lockdown, they need to beef up security so much because most miscreants and most bandits will be using this opportunity to invade communities, to invade towns, to see how they can steal. And already we have started seeing the impact of Fulani Herdmen. For me, I thought maybe that everybody will kind of cool down for now, so that the issue of this COVID-19 can be handled amicably. But unfortunately, that's not what we are seeing. Fulani Herdmen are still using this opportunity, to invade communities and to continue with their act of what they believe it's claiming of territories, for themselves. And that's why it's important that the police, that security agencies, should not rest in their asses. In other words, they should not, close their eyes and sleep like the civilians are doing. Because the truth is that these guys do not really care about this pandemic. Some even believe that this pandemic, that's COVID-19, is not even in existence. Coronavirus is not even existing. We had already seen videos that are going viral. There's a case where we saw a crowd of young people who came out from their mosque and they were standing by the roadside, and in Hausa language, according to the interpretation, they were saying that truly there's nothing like coronavirus, which means that if the people, the northerners, do not believe that there's anything like coronavirus, automatically even the bandits and the Fulani Herdmen who are using this opportunity to invade towns and villages, they too do not believe. So which means that they will use this time to see how much they can invade communities and take over the bushes from Nigerians. As such, as much as we have this issue of coronavirus biting hard on the economy of Nigeria and also on Nigerians as a whole, the government itself must make sure that they also, they work more in terms of security. They have to devise a means of giving much of their time to the pandemic and also to security. Because if you relapse, if you give in to just the health issue that we are having right now, and you do not multitask, trying to do so many things at the same time, even with excellence, so much excellence in what you're doing, that's so much result-oriented mind, you are going to suffer great losses. And that's what we're trying to prevent. As much as Nigeria is facing this, other countries of the world are also facing it. But I think also that we must not realize there were pending issues on ground before this COVID-19 came on board. So if we know how serious those issues are, Nigeria, we should devise a way, means, or a strategy where even as we are fighting the pandemic, we should also look deep into our security and to see how we can curb a lot of things that is about to get out of hand. I'm really grateful for the Nigerian army, what they have done thus far, especially in the Boko Haram area, not east, what they have done so far. We've had cases of them killing a lot of the commanders of Boko Haram and the like. That's great. But then at the same time, don't forget that the people who are causing mayhem in our communities, not just Boko Haram. If you look at the southwest, the south, and the southeast, Fulani Herdmen have done worse. They are, and guess what? They are not resting. They still want to do more. So they need to re-strategize and see how the security agencies can work harder and use this opportunity to see how they can secure back the communities from these Fulani herdsmen. If not, the worst is about to set in. Imagine having two strong issues to handle: the pandemic and also the security issues. These two issues are overly important right now. It must be handled pari passu. We must not underestimate the security of our own people, because the truth is, if the environment is not secure, the health workers won't even be in readiness to do their work as expected of them. Imagine in Ondo State, look at what these guys are still doing. They are not stopping. They are still invading the communities. They are still killing as if they don't even have human feeling, as if they are not even thinking, just to show you that truly these Fulani herdsmen, they are nothing but enemies of the state. They are the enemies of Nigeria. And if they are the enemies of Nigeria, I think they should be proscribed by now as a terrorist group, because they have done terrible things, even more than Boko Haram. Boko Haram has been very effective in the northeast, and on a daily basis, they are trying to encroach into, the middle belts and, other parts of the country. But when you're talking about Fulani herdsmen, those guys have done worse. They've done terrible things. They have inflated the lives of families. They have frustrated lives. They have rendered our economic activity, especially in the area of agriculture, very impotent because of their terrible doings. So I think as at this point, Nigeria needs to wake up and see how they can continue to sustain the security of the country. All right, that's where we're going to leave it. Go to our